soluble tutors. Now, today I'll be giving you hints on how you can pass your economics examination perfectly. To be precise, WAEC, GCE, economics. I want to give you some hints and we want to do some analysis together. The analysis will show you how you can know the topics based on the past weaknesses that WAEC site has given. This is WAEC site. You will see that we have e-learning, economics. After this explanation and analysis, I will leave the link to my WhatsApp group so that you can join my WhatsApp group, because from the WhatsApp group I will give you the link in which you can get the site, and you will meet some other students there that can help you out on any problems you have. That's why I created the WhatsApp group. We have been helping each other in the WhatsApp group. So let's go on, please. Now, how can we analyze these economics now to have a better chance of passing WAEC GCE? So let's go there. You can see economics. So we scroll down. Scrolling down now, you will see something down. You will see WAEC for school candidates 2023. Okay. On top of it, you will see WAEC private candidate first series. Okay, that's GCE. Now, this one has not been properly uploaded. So let me go to WAEC private candidate first series 2021. You see what is there? So let's click paper 2. Now, look at the paper 2 now. You will see we have menu. After menu, we have general comments. After general comment, we have the weakness, okay, and remedy. So we have to click that, weakness and remedy. Under weakness and remedy, you will see they said candidate weakness and remedy. This is where we are going to get our secret. Now, candidate weaknesses, Roman figure 1, poor graphical analysis. That is the number one major problem that is making students to fail every year. And WAEC will always be bringing things that make students to fail because they want you to learn it by force. And that has been the method I always use every year. And it has been working. Now, Roman figure 1, poor graphical analysis. Under this, we have quite a good number of candidates showed great deficiency in the application of graphical representation to economics analysis. This weakness resulted in poor performance in questions where such analysis were required. That's number 1. Okay. So the second one, the use of wrong terminologies. Some of the candidates failed to use the correct economics terminologies in providing answers to the questions they attempted. This made it difficult for them to put forward their point, which obviously resulted in poor scores. That is the number 2. Now, the number 3 now, failure to expatiate points. A reasonable number of candidates only identified points but did not go further to explain this point to earn maximum marks. Now, how do we go about this? Number 1 thing, poor graphical analysis. Now, a student must be good in having a good graphical analysis. I will still give you an hint on that later. Now, the use of wrong terminologies. Now, this one also I will give you a solution to it. There's a solution I have to it. I've done a research and we'll go there together now on the use of wrong terminologies. Okay. Now, this number 3, failure to expatiate point. This one is this with you personally. Any point you want to write, please write it in full. Don't hide any point. Remember, you will only be marked based on not what you write, not what is in your mind, what you write down. Now, suggested remedy to weaknesses. Let's see what they suggested. Candidates need to pay more attention to graphical analysis in economics. I've said that. Teachers should emphasize this aspect in their teaching, blah, blah, blah. Now, let's go to the second point. Candidates should acquaint themselves with basic economic terms. These terms are necessary in their expression when answering questions in economics. Now, I will show you, because I've done some research online, for us to know the terms, basic economic terms. Okay. The third one, candidates should encourage by teachers to always expatiate. That one is your personal development. You have to know that and you have to expatiate more. So let's go to how we can get basic economics terms. I've done some research and I would like us to go over there now. Okay, I've done some research as regards that, and I would like us to go over there. Now let's go to this. Now I went to a site to get what can we get. We have 20 basic terms used in economics. Okay, this is recently updated. So let's see what we have. They say as a social science, economics is one of the most intriguing and hotly debated subjects in the world. A common reason why it remains one of our most popular summer course. Okay, that's their courses. That's what they are trying to say. Okay, and one of the difficulties of the subject. Let's now go there now. Now, 20 basic terms used in economics. So below you will find 20 introductory terms that are used frequently in the economics. Number one, financial market. Number one, financial market. The term financial market is a fairly broad one, referring to a marketplace where financial assets can be bought and sold. So, for example, the selling of equities, bonds, and currencies. Now, so financial markets, okay, they are the lifeline behind capitalist economies, allowing businesses and entrepreneurs to buy and sell their financial holdings. As such, they create security products which provide a return for those who have excess funds. Please, if I'm too fast, you can pause this video or you try to rewind. Okay, so excess fund from the investors, and then make this available to those who need additional capital. Those are the borrowers. So you can see this. Okay, the stock market of New York is the example there. Number two, gross domestic products, that's GDP. Those are the terms that economists expect you to be using. Okay, now to measure a nation's economic performance and activity from a very broad sense, experts usually look at their gross domestic product. I know you have an economics student, you understand what you mean by what gross domestic what product. So it goes like that. Number three, gross national product is different from gross domestic, though they are related. So gross national product is another important economics measure used to assess a country's growth or depreciation. Okay, is an estimate of the total value of all the final goods and services produced by a country's residents. So that is that about that. Number four, interest rate is one of the terms also. Interest rate. When an individual, organization, or country borrows money, goods, or properties, the lender will usually want to make financial gain from giving them the money for that period. So, especially because they are offering it as support to others. So they have to put interest on it. I believe we know that properly. Number five, inflation. Now, when studying economics, inflation is a term you will often what? Stumble across. It refers to decline of the purchasing power of a given currency over time, leading to a rise of the cost of living. Now, when things are so expensive, we call it inflation. But you don't mention things that are so expensive. When you want to write something that deals with expensive things, or when purchasing power of a given currency over time and is being depreciated, you have to use inflation. You must use that term. Economic growth. Okay, as the name suggests, when economic growth is an increase in the production of economic goods and services compared between one period of time and another. So that's the economic growth. Okay, number seven, security. Now, in economics, the term security refers to a financial asset or instrument that has economic value and can be purchased, sold, or traded. That is, it is a what? Tangible asset. They call it fungible. Tangible asset which holds some form of what? Monetary value. Now, there are three primary types of securities on the market. Equity. It provides ownership rights to others. Okay, we have debt and we have hybrid. Now, another one, bear market. When market is selling, that is when market is going down, is losing its value, going down. The price of the stock is generally a reflection of future prospect of cash flow and profit for company. But when prospects begin to wane and expectation falls, price of stock can start to what? To decline. So when it's going down, we call it bear market. And when it's going up, we call it bull market. And that's number 9 over there. So number 10, we have business cycle. That's another thing. Okay, business cycle refers to a series of stages in an economic as it expands and contracts. Okay, often referred to as a trade cycle or economic cycle. Now, the process constantly repeats, measuring the rise and fall of gross domestic products. So you must use the terms business cycle whenever you want to say things that are similar to it. We have fiscal policy, okay, when government decide upon their spending and taxation policy for an upcoming period. It has a significant impact on the country's economic performance and on us as individual. So it affects our aggregate demand for goods, services, employment, inflation, and long-term economic growth. So we call it fiscal policy. Okay, these are the things under that. So another thing we call law of supply and demand. This is the most common terms. We use supply and we use demand. So anytime you are talking about things in terms of supply, please call it supply, and also make sure you put that in your terms whenever you are. We have macroeconomics. Macro means big. Macroeconomics is the particular branch of economics that examines the behavior and performance of our economy as a whole. Okay, micro is the opposite, which is talking about small. Monetarism, okay, or monetization. So monetarism is a macroeconomic theory which argues that government can maintain economic stability by targeting the growth rate of money supply. So it got the name from there. Okay. Keynesian economics, that's another terms used. Now we have free market. The term free market is an economic system which is based on supply and demand with the little to no government control. Okay, when government does not have full control, we call it a free market. We have to use that term also. Opportunity cost, you have to go and do a research on it. All these things, please note them. I won't like to waste our time. So 19 is equity, and number 20 is what? Commodity. Those are the things that we must put our mind on. Okay, and we must be using. Those terms must be mentioned. It must be what? It must be mentioned. So let's go back to our site. I want us to check something, please. We have only checked a year. Let's go over to another year, please, and let's see what happens here. Now we have checked 2021. Let's go to 2020. 2020 paper 2. What is the weakness and remedy there? Let's go. You can see the same thing. Poor graphical analysis. The second one, the use of wrong terminologies. The third one, failure to expatiate points. Those are the things we discussed about the other time. So let's go to another year. This is 2020. Let's go to 2019. Okay, paper 2. Let's go to weakness and remedy as usual. Wow. Poor graphical analysis, the use of wrong terminologies, failure to expatiate points. That's the same thing they are mentioning there. The same thing for 2020, 2019. So let's go to 2019 again, second series. Let's see what they say there. Wow, the same thing. Okay, let's go over to 2018. Now this is the first thing. Let's go to 2018. Weaknesses and remedy. Wow, the same thing, my people. Kai. So it means this is very odd, and they are bringing it every year. Every year they will bring in this. They will bring in things that deals with what? With graph, things that solve this problem. Question that solve this problem will be repeated. You can see the same problems, my dear people. Look at these 3 points and work on it. Work on it, please. Let's go on again. 2017. Let's see what they have for us there. Oh God, I don't need to do any further research, please. This is enough. Now, this is not only about weaknesses and remedy. Look at this question. These are past questions, please. You can click number 1, for example. You can see questions here. These are questions, okay? And the expected answers are done here. You can see the expected answers, please. So this is a good resource, and I told you I will share it with people that are in my WhatsApp group. So I will drop the link of the WhatsApp group after this video. You can check the link, join the group, and try to ask for this WAEC site link. I will give it to you so that you can use it to do a lot of analysis. Look at number 3. Look at the questions there. Define the following concepts. Okay, you can see want, scarcity, scale of preference, opportunity cost. They always ask a question on scale of preference. So, and the expected answers are written down there. So this is just a no-brainer. Okay, It will make you understand things very well, and it will make your economics exam very, very easy to pass. And that's why I've come up with this, just to help you people, so that you can have a better chances of what? Of having a good grade and passing your examination. So please, thank you. God bless you. You can check the link as I've said, and I'll be putting things there. Thank you, and